And we are live.
In 5,
4,
3,
2,
2, silent one.
2.5, 7. One of those things.
Wait,
Hey,
you went 2.5 and then
yeah.
1?
I
That doesn't
mean,
make sense.
there's a reason I'm in law school and not in math school. I mean, all right. Hi, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Square
Hello.
Talk. I'm your host, Earl, and over here we have. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Lauren, also known as It's All on Fire from the Bunch of Squares SMP.
All right, and we are here and just kind of shooting a pilot of a little thing we want to call Square Talk, which is something that we've kind of wanted to do for a long, long time. Isn't that right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been in the works for what?
Literal years,
3-4 years,
literally years at this point, where we've talked about, oh hey, wouldn't it be fun if we kind of did like, I don't know, like a podcast style something, or maybe like a live stream talk show thing.
Something like that.
Yeah. And basically what we've wound up doing is kind of what you see here before you now. And we're just kind of going to jump into a bunch of topics and see what the shenanigans get up to, I guess. I don't even... Sure. All right. So, Lauren.
Yes.
Which mob are you voting for? Go.
I don't know the mobs.
Well, that's great, because today's episode is all about the mob vote that's coming up in Minecraft Live. I keep wanting to call it, like, Minecraft Earth, or Minecon Earth, and then I remember that's...
last year?
Well, so it used to be called Minecon Earth, and then they made Minecraft Earth, which was like, it's the mobile game, right? You know the mobile game, right? Where it's like, it's Pokemon Go, but with pigs and sheep and stuff.
It was.
Yeah, and then they stopped making it. So they totally could call this Minecon Earth, or Minecraft Earth, or whatever they want, and they ain't gonna do that now.
Right.
My name just appeared above my head. That was weird. Okay, that's fine. We'll just roll with it. Okay, so mobs. What mobs do we have?
Good question. I have no idea.
Okay, so first up, we've got the Copper Golem. That's actually...
the only one I know of.
That is? You know... Okay, so tell me what the Copper Golem does.
It's tiny. Ooh, wait. I know this. I know this.
Okay, alright, let's see.
It's tiny, and it steps/triggers redstone at random.
Yeah, basically. Like, that's actually very good.
Seriously?
They're adorable. Like, I love them, and I want to adopt them. They're basically like mini... They're mini golems. Like, you can build them like you could in Iron Golem. But they run around and they press buttons, basically at random, from what I can tell.
So button doors, secret door button doors, anything like that is no longer safe.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing, though. They did say, specifically, that they're attracted to copper buttons, and copper buttons don't exist in the game. So
copper buttons confirmed if we vote for
copper buttons confirmed. So like the other mobs, it's like, oh, you get a mob, right? You get the mob. This you get a mob and a functional block. And since it's copper, it might oxidize, because we've already had it confirmed that the golem oxidizes. So like, you could have a bunch of little blue golems running around, which,
oh my god, that'd be so cute.
I would love that. Like, honestly, hands down, Copper Golem is my favorite. He's adorable. Like, he's adorable too. He's got a little lightning rod on his head. And the fact that he ages and that he comes with a functional block, it's like, bleh, why would you not vote for that? And I'll tell you why.
There's two other mobs.
There's two other mobs. Moving on.
I don't know what the other two are.
Okay, moving on to that second mob that you claim to know nothing about. So you have to tell me, based on the name, what is the glare?
I do know that one, because Ben was watching the video on that one.
I don't know any of these mobs! Oh wait, I know all of these mobs.
This one, and I'm gonna get this wrong, so you're gonna have to help me out here, because I only heard the video from afar. Was this one is something that it, like, gives you light in dark enough places to not have mob spawn?
All it is it's like a flying bush with googly eyes, and it gets real annoyed if it's standing in the dark. And from what we've been told, basically the point of it being grumpy is it tells you where mobs are allowed to spawn, and then you put a torch there, and the flying bush has kind of lost its usefulness at that point. Honestly, I love the design. It's adorable. It looks ridiculous, and you should look it up while we're talking about this now. Just like look up a picture of it.
On this video, it really genuinely looks like a creature, and hold on with me here. A creature off of Paper Mario from the N64.
I have never played Paper Mario. Tell me what you're talking about. There is a creeper behind me.
For those of you old school kids who know what the Nintendo 64 is, congratulations. I have had a Nintendo 64 my entire life and have played Paper Mario, and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. You can see the front side of them, and when they go the other way, you can see the back side of them, and they like flip, and they're only like
okay.
It's not like your 3D models of characters, and that's sort of what this looks like in the video.
Gotcha.
It's like floating around.
Okay.
It looks like some of those characters and enemies from that game.
Okay, so it looks like a piece of paper.
It's 2D animation, so it's
okay.
I get the gist of what it would look like in 3D in this sort of setting, but I just thought that was cool.
Let's just talk real quick.
Sure.
Minecraft and flying mobs.
Okay.
So Minecraft and flying mobs do not have. They don't have exactly what I'd call the greatest track record. I mean,
okay.
So what do we have? What do we have that flies in Minecraft right now? We've got parrots, parrots and phantoms, bats. Okay, so
I think that's it.
I think that's it. I think is there anything we're missing?
I mean, the axolotls sort of like jump out of the water.
That's. I mean, like if we had flying axolotls. I mean, you got to see it to believe it.
Cute.
Yeah,
it'd be really cute.
I remember when squids swam in the air. Do you remember that? Like those old glitches where it'd be like all of a sudden the squid would just be like derping out through the sky over the ocean.
I mean, that was great. Sometimes.
Yeah,
that was a while ago though.
Yeah, they fixed that quite some time ago. Okay, so but point being, with those mobs that you mentioned, do you like any of those mobs?
I mean, I haven't personally had that much experience with parrots.
Okay.
So I can't really speak to like the parrot aspect.
Yeah.
Because I know that's newer with kind of the more recent updates.
Newer.
But shut up. Okay. You know what I mean. It's newer than phantoms and bats. Bats for sure have been around forever. And personally, they don't really do a whole lot. Like, what do they do? What are they there for? They're there to die and give you what? Bat flesh or whatever? Bat hide?
Bats drop nothing, actually, yeah.
Bats don't even drop anything. Never mind.
Bats drop nothing. Neither do parrots, actually. Parrots drop nothing. So
you can't make a bat a pet.
Yeah, no.
You can make a parrot a pet. Like, I'm not a fan of the bats. What was the question? Phantoms actually make the game scary and, like, difficult.
Okay, that's a hot take.
And I appreciate them because it means that you can't just let yourself sit around in, like, a semi-finished build. You have to find shelter. You have to get a bed and make the space that you're making something that you can actually, like,
live in. Yeah.
Live in, because otherwise you're gonna die. Like, they will kill you.
So Phantom comes in, right?
Yeah.
You are out in the middle of an open field.
Yeah, you're dead.
What do you do?
Unless you're like, I immediately either, if it's an open field or plains, if there's something I can see that's close-ish, that's like even a small hill or a cliff, I immediately burrow into that cliff. Otherwise, I just dig myself hole straight down
Yeah,
and put a block over my
that
head. Like,
is
that is the strat.
that is a good strat.
That is the whole strat.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but phantoms are pretty unpopular in the community, right?
Seriously?
The online community hates phantoms.
Oh,
Mostly just because it's like, oh god, I need to panic and I need to go to sleep. Like nothing else is scary at night, but these things. Oh goodness. Okay, so
I still have an appreciation for the fact that there's skeletons and
yeah,
creepers and
yeah,
zombies,
yeah.
spiders that all
I'm a
populate.
pansy. I'm gonna go and run to get to my bed either way.
Oh yeah, no.
So I
I
mean,
will die if I try to do that. So no,
yeah,
that's a hard no
yeah.
for me.
They're 0 for 3 in my estimation on the flying mobs.
For most
Uh,
people's stuff, yeah.
two of the 3 mobs that they've showcased. Oh wait, no, there's one more. Oh, there's one more. Vexes. I almost forgot about the Vexes. All right, so they're 0 and 4. Everybody hates Vexes. Vexes are the worst.
What are they?
So if you fight like a pillager raid,
Okay.
and an evoker comes up, he's like he's like the big boss type dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Ravager, but like he's got a funky black robe and he swings his arms around in the air and he summons a bunch of these little pests and they'll fly at you and attack you.
Okay.
So right now the mob vote currently has 2 mobs that at least fly, right?
Oh.
Well, at least they float, rather. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how much they can full on, like, oh, I'm taking off into the atmosphere sort of fly. Like, I feel like they might just, like, hover.
Mobs, but
Yeah.
it's not really mobs.
So,
the dragon.
okay, all right, dragon counts.
And
Dragon.
blazes.
Okay, so they're one
and gas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so but okay. Point being, audience. Mojang has what I'm going to call a not great track record for everyday flying mobs. Pathfinding is a bit whack. Some of the abilities are just sort of like underdeveloped or just overly specific. Like, if you can imagine jumping into a world and just being like, oh, hey, what's this flying bat thing up in the sky? Oh, geez, there goes my health bar. Would you ever think that, I need to sleep, and that will get rid of these sky monsters? Or would you just be like, I have no idea why these guys keep dive bombing me, why is this game so hard, I quit? Because I definitely think I'd be in that second category.
If I was like a younger kid than I am.
Young whippersnapper!
Yeah, young whippersnappers!
Yeah.
And I was not familiar with the game. I mean, I would probably, there's a lot of, to be fair to unexperienced players like myself, I would not first think, yes, sleeping is going to get rid of these monsters and keep them from attacking me for a period of time.
Yeah.
But I would probably start to notice fairly quickly after building a bed when they don't come back. Now, whether or not you figured out that there is such a thing as a bed in this world and you can make one and sleep in it, I mean, that's up to where you are in the learning curve, because I feel like that learning curve goes fairly quickly with a lot of those, basic elements of survival in this game kind of thing.
I'm trying to remember. What was the first thing that you can remember yourself crafting?
I mean, when I get into a new world, normally I make an axe out of my, first couple blocks of wood.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking like first time logging in, playing Minecraft for the very first time, you break a block, you look around to your friends and are like, okay, now what?
Well, see, that's an interesting story. The story goes that you and Heinzelmenschen and Ben It's All on Fire.
That's you.
Sorry, I am on fire.
You are? Let me get a fire extinguisher.
I'm gonna not say the thing that we normally say in this situation, but I'm gonna counter on it. The thing is that you guys told me that first time I played Minecraft that creative version was cheating, and so was looking anything up on the wiki. So
did I really?
Between you three,
oh no!
Like, that's cheating. So you just gotta figure it out for yourself. You guys told me nothing. I knew nothing, so I know that feeling very well. But like, I saw you guys play this game before, and I understood the concept of what we were going for. So like, I made probably, I think it was either a sword or a pickaxe, or an axe, one of those things. So.
I don't remember what the first thing I made in a world was, but I do remember my first world, and I remember very vividly being really proud of myself that I figured out how to make bread. And it was like, aha! I've planted seeds, and I built a hoe, and I was able to, like, I've made it. I'm here. I'm the best Minecrafter ever. Check out my giant stone tower made of cobblestone. It was great. So good. You know,
it's a choice. It's a look.
It's a look. It's a look. The funny thing was, like, I had buildings, at the time, and I named each building. And I had, like, this tower that I had in my first world. It was sort of like, it wasn't my base. My base was, I think it was just, like, oak and stuff, and then the second or third story was, like, all glass or something. But I built it in, like, a pit. So it didn't really make much sense where it was. And then on top of this pit, like on the edge of this pit, I built this giant tower up, and I remember very distinctly it was 2 stacks high. So it was like 120 blocks up of just stone or cobblestone. And I got to the top, and I made the roof. And you know what I put in the roof? I put in, like, all of my precious gems and stuff. Which was a couple of blocks of coal and redstone and some lapis. Because I don't think lapis had a... When I played, I don't remember if lapis had a use or not. I do remember burning through 30 levels just to get a single enchantment, though. Those were the days.
Wait. Back up.
Yeah.
They took the whole 30 levels from you?
Yeah, it used to be that if you wanted to get a max level enchantment, it would be like, you want a 30 level enchantment? Well, guess what? You're back to 0 now, buckaroo. Everybody's got it so easy now, because it's like, they tried to nerf it a bit by saying, oh, guess what? You need to use lapis.
Mm-hmm.
And
lapis is so common, especially if you have a fortune.
Yeah. If you can, like, if you can find it now, like, you'll have a chest full of lapis in no time, and it'll be no issue. And then they were like, okay, so you're going to be required to have 30 levels, but you're not going to spend all of those levels. So you actually get, like, a few uses out of it before you drop it to, like, tier 2 enchanting. Yes, when I started playing, the first major update that I can recall was when they added horses. And I remember that being sort of like my first gut reaction, that doesn't belong in Minecraft. What are they doing putting horses in Minecraft? And it's like, and I see that sort of stuff. I see that sort of stuff right now with the mob vote. Yes, we brought it all the way back around.
Oh my god.
Look at us go.
Segue into the segue. Right?
Look at that. That was a segue. Yeah. Lauren.
Yes.
The third mob. Do you know what the third mob is?
No, for real this time.
Okay, all right. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so this third mob, I'm gonna spell it for you, and you tell me how you think you say it. Okay, Allay.
Okay. And I'm supposed to pronounce this?
Yeah. What is it? How do you say that?
An alley? Or an alley?
See...
Did I get it? Or did I not get
it?
Or an ally?
They've called... see, okay, ally. That's the sort of thing where it's like, is this just a weird spelling of this? I mean, I knew that, like, I think it's supposed to be allay, like as in they allayed his fears, but it does not roll off the tongue. It does not roll off the tongue. It's the allay. I
mean, just tell us how it's pronounced, and then it's not a problem.
Oh, I'm just like, I mean, they say it, but they also say it in, like, you know, a Swedish accent. So yeah,
you're just saying how they say it, and then you can't be wrong.
Meatball.
What?
Furniture store.
What?
Okay, so the allay is a small flying mob, and if you give it an item, it goes off and finds more of that item for you. Isn't that fantastic?
Depends on how precisely it finds, quote, said items.
Okay, and you just picked up on it. See, when it was revealed, everybody was instantly like, oh, I can't wait, this is going to be great. It's going to, infinite duplication glitch. Oh, it's going to go mine for me. Oh, it's like, everybody immediately jumped to all of the things that would break the game.
Yeah, no.
And in reality, basically what it does is it picks up stuff that you've dropped.
Seriously?
Like if I threw stuff away, they'd pick up my garbage and bring it back to me.
Oh, that's very nice. It's like those like, what are they called? Those Roombas? Whatever.
Zoombas. The Zoombas.
You know what I mean.
They're pants.
You know what I mean.
They're fancy pants.
No.
Are those Zubas?
Vacuums.
Yeah, Roombas.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I had it right. I know what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, Roombas. Okay, so...
Unless you're talking about a Roomba, and that's something completely
different. That is very different than a Zumba. Very different from a Roomba. Yeah.
Hey, Macarena.
Hey, Macarena. However you pronounce it. It's super popular because it's kind of little and it's kind of cute and it flies around. But the real reason that it's popular is because they miscommunicated in the videos that introduced it and made it seem like it was actually going to be something that you could, like, go out and mine for you instead of something that just picked up your trash. So we kind of have a real bugaboo right now. It's super popular. Everybody's voting for it, but it doesn't do what they think it does.
I see.
And it also, it's a reskin parrot. It dances to music. It's small like a parrot. It's going to be a little companion for you. It's just... I'm going to call it right now. The Ally is going to win this thing. And everybody's going to be disappointed. But here's my... You want to hear my big brain pattern that I came up with?
What's that?
There's a pattern here. Okay, so... Do you know what the first mob vote was?
Like when it was and what
just the mobs. Do you know what the mobs were?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so the winner of the mob vote the first time around was the Phantom.
Okay.
There were 3 other mobs, and they aren't really important to what we're talking about now. But when that vote got done and they put the Phantoms in the game, people were ticked. Like I said, people did not like the Phantom. People don't like the Phantom. They complain about it all the time. Oh, why'd they have the Phantom? Why does it do what it does?
Right.
Which is frustrating, because, like, we chose it. I know I voted for it, because You mean to tell me that there's going to be a flying mob? A flying attacking mob? Oh my goodness, this is going to be so cool, right?
Besides the Ender Dragon, the Wither, and the Blaze, and the Ghast.
So the point to that, basically, is, so people were unhappy with the Phantom, which is a blue flying mob with glowing eyes, right? Fast forward to last year, and we had the mob vote, right? Do you remember what the mob vote was last year?
Well, it was the glow squid.
It was the glow squid. Guess what? Everybody's still salty about that one.
Definitely not a fan of, because I wanted the cow.
A lot of people wanted the cow. I think in hindsight, I like what it did. I like what it does. It's got some fun applications. Like even over there on the signs in the studio, you can see that I've used some ink, and it looks nice and shiny, and it looks great. But did we really need that? Did we really need the glow squid ink? I don't even.
No.
And then there was the Moo Bloom, where it's like, okay, I kind of like the Moo Bloom. That's all. I would be fine with that. But I really feel like we missed out without the Iceologer. You know, the Chillager. That, like, throw balls of ice at people, throw snowier snow at people. You know, all the good stuff, right?
Okay.
But
I don't remember that one.
The glow squid won the vote, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what is that mob? I mean, it's a blue floaty mob with glowing eyes. I mean, right?
It doesn't float, it swims, but yeah.
Well, it floats.
It floats in the water.
Stay with me here. The Allay is a blue glowing mob with blue floating mob with glowy eyes. It's gonna win, and everybody's going to complain about it. It's gonna go 3 for 3. I'm calling it right now. The mob vote is going to go blue floaty mob with glowing eyes, and everybody's going to be annoyed.
Why don't they just break the cycle by not putting out there a blue glowing mob with floaty eyes?
I don't know. Like, they need to consult me on this. I think part of the problem is, though, they just made it too cute. Like, it's adorable. I admit it. It's adorable. Copper Golem's cuter, though. I will go on the record as saying, vote Copper Golem. Like, seriously, what are you doing? Go out there and vote Copper Golem, and then log on to Twitter again under a different name and vote for him again. We can rig votes. This isn't the real world. This is Minecraft. But yeah, no, like, voter fraud. Get out there and do it.
Careful now. You are actively telegraphing for voter fraud as a law student.
Here's the thing. Here's the real problem. We've already had what I would call Minecraft mob voter fraud. Not necessarily voter fraud, but unsolicited voter manipulation. And it was a big deal last year. I'm not sure if you saw or have seen anything about that.
No.
Okay, are you familiar with the YouTuber named Dream? I mean, he's a kid. And he's a kid, but he's got like 25 million subscribers or something.
What?
And the whole thing that he does, his big thing is like semi-scripted videos where him and a couple of other people just kind of play off of one another, and he does something amazing to show them all up, and that's pretty much the video. Is like, oh wow, Dream, you're so amazing and so good at doing absolutely everything somehow. And basically last time around, he deliberately got like all of his fans to vote for the glow squid, which is the only reason it won. I'm pretty convinced that it wouldn't have won otherwise, but he has a rather rabid fan base. I'm probably going to get like ratioed just for mentioning this in the video. Just like,
okay.
Dream stands. Back off. He launched off on Twitter a few days ago and said that he would be rigging this year's mob vote, quote, out of spite. We're dealing with an adult here.
Clearly.
I mean, like, clearly this guy's, somebody everybody should aspire to be and look up to, especially given the fact that he was caught cheating on a speed run, like, less than a year ago. Oh, can 5 of my friends stop me before I defeat the Ender Dragon? No, they can't, because I've rigged up a TNT thing that will drop TNT through a hole and blow them all up when they aren't even looking. It's like, okay, sure. Somehow I don't believe that all of your friends are that gullible, or that they haven't studied or haven't tried, or that they would run away consistently every time they got you down to 2 hearts. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not calling him out. I'm calling him out.
I think you just did.
Yeah, I'm calling him out. Basically, the long and the short of it is, he's said that he's going to rig this thing out of spite.
Okay, well, what has he said he's voting for?
He hasn't said yet. He kind of tends to, like, take it to the last second and then be like, oh, guess what? It's going to be, my guess this time around is that it's probably going to be the glare, because that's kind of the dark horse in this race. Nobody really is too excited about the flying bush, which is a bit of a shame. I love the design, but it's not the best thing ever, I guess. And honestly, Copper Golem, we want you to vote for Copper Golem. I want you to. I can't speak for her, can't speak for Lauren, but I want you to vote for the Copper Golem. He's great.
I wouldn't be mad about the glare.
Yeah.
I just don't know that the LA is the way to go.
I don't.
At this point.
It's one of those things where it's like, when the LA was revealed, I loved it. I was like, oh, okay, this is great. And the more I've thought about it, and the more I've looked at it, it's like, the design's boring, and it's not even that unique, and it doesn't do anything that I couldn't do on my own. The Copper Golem straight up comes with usable blocks. Other blocks that are usable in the game. Get out there, guys. What are you doing? I mean, I'm hoping to have this video edited and up by, like, Friday. So.
Yeah. I mean, the question with that, obviously, would be, are they planning on putting copper buttons into the game no matter what mob gets chosen, and therefore it's not as big of a problem if you're voting for the Copper Golem just to get the buttons?
See, I don't think they are.
I still would vote for the Copper Golem just because, like,
Copper Golem is totes adorbs. You are in control in 5, 4.
Oh no!
3.
Wait! Stop counting down.
It's improv. Go.
Here's the thing, kids. D&D.
D&D. We're talking D&D.
Now.
Yeah.
Apparently. Because Earl needs to get something off his chest. Apparently. Because the other day...
Yeah.
I started DMing for him. And a couple of our friends.
Yeah.
I started a campaign. And I've made a promise to him that he would not die in the first session, and he didn't believe me. So he tested his luck. And it didn't go very well for him. He didn't trust me.
I called your bluff, though. That's, like, the important thing.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the lesson here, kids. Do not jump on the back of a 9-foot troll as a squishy 5 HP wizard.
Worked for Harry Potter.
Case closed. The NPC healed him with a healing potion while using her other hand to strike down the troll.
Oh. Yeah, it was like, to be honest, that NPC really did kind of carry everybody. But like she really carried me. That was halfling sorcerers, not even once.
So, do you feel like you've gotten that off your chest now? Do you feel better that we've
I
talked about it?
I feel refreshed. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like I'm back to my full 5 hit point self. So, Lauren,
Yes. What can
design
I?
a mob for a future mob vote. Go.
Oh,
Tidbit. I'll buy you some time real quick. So, tidbit about this actually. I was talking to somebody who was talking to somebody who was the designer of the Copper Golem. Actually, just earlier tonight, honestly, which I thought was
such a
actually
weird
really
connection.
cool.
That's
Um,
cool, but like weirdly weird connection. But okay.
yeah, it's a friend of mine who's on YouTube and does amazing content. And yeah, long story short, I was talking to her and she was like, "Oh hey, the guy who made the Copper Golem came up with it at 3 a.m. the night before they had to pitch him for the meeting."
Oh my God.
And it's like
I could not do that.
the pressure, and it's just like, I love it. I love it. It's like it shows that how under pressure you can make amazing things. So Lauren,
Yeah.
what's the
Yes.
mob that you've made?
Large non-snow biome uh passive mobs. Why are you looking
Okay,
down?
you're losing me a bit. What are you aiming for here? Are you talking like polar bears or?
Well, no, because those already exist. Those are
Okay,
already a mob in Minecraft. I'm talking about non-snow biome,
okay.
large, passive
So
creature
like
mob.
cows but bigger.
L'éléphant!
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 I know that's not terribly creative, and I'm sure that they could come up with a much cuter, much more
Yeah,
like sophisticated name for some sort of elephant. But like, that would be cool as hell
I
to
agree. They are
ride
doing.
across an
Yeah,
elephant in a desert or a plains. Like that'd be so
savannah.
cool.
I mean,
Savannah, like elephant
you know,
elephante in their natural
elefante.
habitat.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, when
So
they do get around to updating the savannah biome, they are going to be adding, I believe it's termite mounds and ostriches. So we're getting
oh,
some African mobs at
why
least.
ostrich? Why on
I
earth would you pick an ostrich?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's an ostrich. It's a
Because
bird.
you could pick an elephant. And it's
Well,
a bird that can't fly.
yeah, but I don't
Can
know.
you ride an ostrich? I don't think so.
Uh, I mean, you can.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Have you?
No.
Hey, Lauren,
No. No.
have you ever seen ostrich races?
No.
That
Clearly.
people actually jockey ostriches. I'm not kidding you. It's a thing. It is a thing. And I feel like Minecraft would be remiss if when they add ostriches, they didn't let them be rideable. Like that would be my co-host is pounding her head against a piece of dark oak paneling, and it is strangely making no noise. She is now snapping and unsnapping her chair.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Is it
that's
making
better.
noise now?
Yep, there we go. Whack.
I didn't know you could ride an ostrich. I would much prefer an elephant, personally. But
I
like,
mean, you can ride an elephant too.
I know that's why I'm saying I would much prefer an elephant.
Yeah. That's one of the things. The biome votes. The biome votes. They had those ages ago, it feels like. I
Yeah,
mean, to be
we
fair,
just got caves and cliffs.
well, yeah, that's the thing. So here's the interesting bit is the caves and cliffs vote, or at least the cliffs part of that, the mountains, was 2 years ago.
Jeez, oh
And
Pete's.
they still haven't actually released it. Now, I know they're getting to it. I know that it's mostly there.
Mhm.
But, wow. That's
I
just, it
mean,
floors me. They said that they'd add it in eventually. And so far, everybody's just kind of held them to that. But they haven't mentioned it once in years now. Any of them. To the best of my knowledge, it's just kind of been like, alright, let's roll with it, I guess.
I mean, what I was going to question was whether or not the whole transition into Microsoft accounts versus Mojang accounts has anything to do with that. But I feel like that's always been the way that they've done this, is that like they promise this giant update and say that they're going to deliver on all these different aspects and let people vote and all this stuff. And it sounds cool, but then they don't realize by doing all of that and adding in all of those extra bits and pieces and rewards and stuff, that's going to take them that much more time to actually process and put that all together versus just the idea and the concept of putting it together.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even start working on stuff before they tell people to vote on
it. The bigger and better the updates seem to get, and that's the thing. Like, I'm a fan of smaller updates. I'm a fan of, something that tweaks a couple of features here and there. I like those. But this push to have all different versions of Minecraft compatible with one another, or at least on parity with one another, it's insane because it duplicates and quadruples the amount of effort needed, because every time you make a change in X version, you have to make a change in Y version. Bedrock. Do people play PE anymore? Like, what is the PE? Pocket Edition?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if that exists, I'll be honest. It's one of those things where it's like I hear...
It does.
Okay. I hear people talk about it, and I don't... Yeah. It's not my cup of tea. But, I don't know. I feel like that, more than anything, has kind of slowed the pace of updates. And it really feels like it shouldn't, because they have more people working for them than ever. They have the full power of Microsoft. Microsoft! Elefante! They have okay. They have all of these things, in their corner for this, and they just haven't seemed to quite close the deal,
Right.
And it was kind of like, I was worried about it a couple years... Oh, God. It's been a while since the Nether update now. It's been quite some time.
You remember when Elytra wasn't a thing?
Okay, so the Nether update, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was excited for the Nether update. I think everybody was excited for the Nether update. But by the time it came out, everybody had already played it. Like, it spent so long in just kind of this development limbo where we'd get a couple of features in a snapshot. I think the snapshot season lasted something like 5 or 6 months for the Nether update. And I think we're definitely past that point with the Caves and Cliffs. And they keep promising these bigger and better things. And granted, they deliver.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still it's huge. It's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps getting pushed a little bit further down the line. And my hope for tomorrow, assuming this video goes up on Friday, my hope for tomorrow is that one of the announcements is going to be the 4 biomes that they've mentioned in votes before, and that they actually get around to building them, like having them added in. I want the termites. I want the meerkats. There's meerkats. That'd be great.
What?
There's ostriches. And what else was there? Goats and foxes were parts of previous votes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Goats, fox, meerkat, ostrich, buzzard. I think buzzard or vulture was one of them for like the Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I remember the last one? So deserts was meerkats, savannah, frogs in swamps.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
We've been waiting for frogs in swamps for forever.
Oh my God.
Who doesn't like frogs in swamps?
I mean, they get run over really easily in actual real life, so like that's not as fun, but yeah. Frogs in swamps are kind of a necessary thing.
Have you ever had to deal with tent caterpillars?
Tent caterpillars?
Tent caterpillars. Oh my goodness.
How uncampy I am.
Every 5 or 6 years up by where I'm from, there's a hatch of tent caterpillars. And these, they're a nightmare. They're gross. Like, they squish all over the place. They're just, like, they eat all the leaves. They're a menace. And, like, they've taken to, like, spraying the woods for them and whatnot. But I remember one time, I was driving down the road. I can't remember what it was. If I was driving or if it was my parents driving. Somebody was driving. And we got into a patch of caterpillars. And they had literally covered the road to the point where the car skidded. Like, it didn't get traction. Ew. It was just greased up with bugs.
Ew.
It was gross.
I had a similar situation when I came out of work one day to come home for lunch to find a massive, I mean massive, spider that had made its home in the little, like, alcove for your handle of your door on your car. Yeah, that was his house now. So I had to crawl in from, like, the passenger side to get into the driver's seat without touching my driver's side door. Oh, it was terrible. And then when I came back out to, like, go back to work, he was still there.
Just
so
chilling.
I had to, like, So I had to, like, crawl back through to the driver's side again, and then crawl back out when I got back to work. Like, this was terrible.
You know what I've always thought was kind of interesting?
What's that?
Minecraft spiders.
Okay.
Minecraft spiders are not very scary. Like,
they can be, though.
But here's the thing. Okay, like, picture in your head the scariest a Minecraft spider has ever been.
He's killed me. That's pretty scary.
But now imagine it with jointed legs.
Yeah.
Instantly more terrifying.
Here's the thing, kids. I can't even watch the spider scenes from, like, Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings because I hate spiders that much. I have to plug my ears and cover my eyes because I can't handle it.
She can't even watch Spider-Man. It's real bad.
Hey, now. In Minecraft, flying, blue-eyed, glowing spiders.
Flying with jointed legs.
With
jointed... It's a flying, blue-eyed, glowing spider with jointed legs. What mob would he be voting for?
I don't know.
He'd be voting for the Copper Golem. You heard it here first, folks.
I was actually going to give you a serious answer, but yeah, that's fine, too.
You misunderstand what type of show you're on.
Yeah, clearly.
All right, everybody. It's time for an outro. Lauren, give me your best elephant impression. That is a great elephant impression, everybody. I hope you'll all enjoyed this episode of Square Talk, and I hope that, hopefully, eventually, down the line, we get to do more of these. Tell us what you thought of this one. Tell us what mob you'll be voting for. And if you don't want to get blocked, Dream, you will rig the vote in favor of the Copper Golem. Unless you want more, like, stone-cold call-outs from me and my 185 subscribers.
Isn't the thing, like, canceling people nowadays?
Dream, you're gonna get canceled if you don't vote for the Copper Golem.
Because we can totally have influence.
Yeah, we have influence. Anyway, like, I have, like...
You have a cult.
I have triple-digit subscribers.
Yeah!
Yeah! Check out my cape, by the way. My cape looks great.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah!
I don't have one.
It's
I mean, we put a cape on the skin, but I don't think I have a cape from my account getting transferred.
Weird.
I don't know.
I mean, like, if you equip it, you just have to go, like, into your skins and tick a little box, because it doesn't automatically put the cape on, which kind of confused me. That's why my assistant, the cameraman over there, doesn't have a cape.
He doesn't need a cape.
He doesn't need a cape. He's
the superhero of our hearts.
He's lovely as he is. Look at him. Just look at that face. Look at that. Like, how could you not love that face?
Exactly.
That clean, trimmed hair. Like, it's so good. It's so nice. His shirt's... I'm jealous of his shirt. Gonna be honest. That shirt's amazing.
It's a nice color.
It's a nice color. It's so bright green. Yeah. I'll be honest, a couple of times during filming here, I looked over and I thought that was a creeper.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
That would have been really bad.
That would have been... I half expected, like, a creeper to drop in from the ceiling, just in the middle of... I was
expecting us to just get pummeled by phantoms in the middle of this, actually.
Well, that's actually why there's a roof in the studio.
Right. Yeah, that's a roof.
We're pretty low budget here.